Okay, it's the flute players. They keep going, say something. That's our honorable march that we just played, that we played together. This is a great celebration of both red band and blue band. And now the blue band will perform for you with this wonderful, mysterious song called Ogo Pogo.
Nice job, blue band, and now the red band will play Spectrum. Not related to the cable company.
get to speak again. Okay, so it was the 5th grade, red band and blue band, and so let's do something special. So Mrs. Parker, as smart as she is, asked Mr. Baldwin, a former band director at the middle school, to arrange a special piece of music called Esperanza. And that special piece of music needed a guest artist to play the trumpet part. So we got one of the most wonderful guest artists that you can ever imagine. He is an amazing trumpet player, plays for the RPO, classical music. He also plays in a jazz trio, plays jazz around town. He also plays reggae. He's got all sorts of different groups that he plays with. He teaches at Eastman. He teaches at Geneseo, trumpet lessons. He also has private students. Let's see, what else? He does everything, and he's the most amazing musician, and we are so fortunate to have him with us tonight, and it's Mr. Herb Smith of the RP.
Thank you for having me here. I'm so glad to be here. And it's such a pleasure for me to be here in front of this band. This is the first of all, this is the first time I've ever played this piece. We rehearsed it and we played it earlier today, but I've never performed this piece on a recital or with a band. So this is the first actual major performance, guys, so really excited. But the thing that really grabs me is just how great this band is, and here at this school you have such a great opportunity to have so many 4th, 5th, 6th graders here that you can have a band this big, and without bands like this, I don't exist. You know, like the RPO, the players in RPO, the players, the professional players all over the world, you gotta start somewhere, so the real magic happens right here. So I would like to have a hand for these two guys here. Yes, the real magic happens right here. I was a 4th grader in a band like this, you know, and now I'm, you know, a lot of years later playing this now. So I'm really excited to be here. Let's do this.
think there's more.
Those sprinklers. Mr. Smith will be back. But first, watch out for the dinosaurs.
job. I love John Williams. Before we play in Quiet Times, I just want to give a shout out and a thank you to our administration in central office here at French Road, our custodial staff, all our colleagues in the music department who are here and helpful and helping us. Most of all to you for supporting this wonderful program. And you probably have noticed on the cover of the music program, for the last 10 years, we have won this special award, Best Communities for Music Education. We hope to keep that going for another 10, but thank you for your support. this afternoon in our assembly. You'll know why in a second. And it's called In Quiet Times. And we love it. Thank you. Maintenance. When it comes to specifically band at French Road, everybody can start moving. Everybody can start moving over there. When it comes specifically to band at French Road, it's Mrs. Mihalko, myself, and Chris Dozer. And I just want to give a shout out because he's a big part of the team. He's kind of under the radar tonight, but he's not, really, not to us. He's doing a huge part, and he's a big part of their lives also. So I just want to give a shout out to Chris Dozer. Chris will be with us full-time next year, and we're really excited about that. It's a little bittersweet because we are going to say goodbye to Mrs. Mihalko. She is retiring, and we are sad. She's very happy. She's just became a grandmother in March with her daughter, and her son is getting married in November. So lots of happy things are happening. Lots of very happy family things, so she's ready to move on to that. I just want to say that over her 30 years as a music educator, she has always been a band director of extraordinaire. She's just done everything first class. She's also helped, while she's been in Brighton, she's been in other districts, but in Brighton, she's not only done band, but she's been in all the buildings, and she's done some help here and there with general and vocal music. She's been everywhere for us here in Brighton, so we will miss her expertise, her experience, and her common sense approach. She always has what is best for kids in mind first and foremost. On a personal note, I am going to miss Lois very much. It's been wonderful to come to work for the last 25 years and laugh so much. She is truly the Lucy to my Ethel, and it doesn't get any better than that. So we have been very fortunate. Now I'd like to introduce to you one of the high school band directors, Mrs. Therese Schmidt, and she has something to say.
Good evening. One of the other things that Mrs. Mahalko has done over the years is to wonderfully prepare the double reed players, and especially the bassoons, because Mrs. Mahalko is a bassoonist. And so, knowing that tonight was one of her last concerts, we put together a high school bassoon quartet, and there is one person from each class representing. And we feel that Mrs. Mahalko has just done a wonderful job, and we would like to honor her with the Trumpet Voluntary Bassoon Quartet. Eliza Schreiber is junior, Maggie McAdam is a sophomore, Tom Seymour is a freshman, and Mark Schermerhorn is a senior. So, without further ado, we thank you, Mrs. Mahalko. We will miss you, and we salute you. Take it away, Bassoon.
You probably saw some people coming on the stage. You got a little more crowded. Just as a special tribute, we have all the band directors, almost all the band directors who have been teaching in Brighton, past and present, while Lois has been here, and they're here on stage. If you could just stand up real quick. Past and present band directors, you can see them throughout the band. They're here to play with kids. Our last selection, which is such a beautiful song, and we are excited to welcome back for this last number our wonderful special guest artist, Mr. Herb Smith.